The Kardashians are known to not get dirty and look perfect all the time. But sometimes their pretty long nails get dirty. As it turned out, they love horses. And what they love, they buy. Let's start with Kendall Jenner. If you ask me, she is the only one in the family who comes a little close to being a horse girl.
And
they're so therapeutic.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's a reason there's equine therapy. It's the best. But
exactly.
Yeah, they make me when I'm with her. I have a few, but I'm mostly with one of my horses right now because her name's Delandra. I didn't name her. She came with her name, but I call her Dylan or Dill. I love her so much, but when I'm with her, I genuinely, I spoke about how I've just loved horses my whole life. I feel like a kid around her. Like I feel like my 12-year-old self that would get up every morning throughout the entire summer at 8 a.m. to go just be at my trainer's facility, and I would stay there from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'd ride all her horses. I'd groom all her horses. I would just sit in the stalls with all the horses. Like it just, anytime I'm with her, I just have that sense of like being a child again, and it's a really, really good feeling.
Yeah,
so
animals.
What's her name?
Delandra is her full name.
Delandra.
Call her Dill or Dylan.
Okay, what should we do, Ken?
I do want to eat. I feel like
Okay.
I'm crazy.
I'm a horse girl, literally. Her parents, Kris Jenner and Caitlyn Jenner, then gifted her a pony when she was 12 years old for Christmas. I'm very lucky. In our family, we all spoil each other, she had said of her horse named Megan.
Like snuggle time or something like that. And I was just like, when did horses become a part of your life, and how did you get so close to them?
I think I've spent many lifetimes with horses. I think this is one of many lifetimes that I've had. I grew up in a horse community, so where we grew up, horses everywhere, more trails than there were homes, really. And so I was always around horses, and I just was deeply in love with them. And I have no explanation, and that's why I say I feel like in past lives I have just been around horses. Yeah, so since I was a really young kid, loved them, and continue to love them my whole life. They're just the best. They're the most majestic and gorgeous and spiritual. They feel everything. I just it's such an honor to be in their presence and to be able to do what I can do with my horse. I find so magical that I can stand in her stall with her and just vibe out with her. I sometimes come to get a little teary-eyed when I'm standing in my stall with her, because I'm like, this is so cool that you allow me to do this and we have this connection without any words. It's just the best thing ever. So I love them.
Yeah, that's so special.
Kendall always said she loves being with her horses and grooming them. In the moment, she has 2 retired horses and 1 sport horse. I think it says a lot she is keeping 2 retired horses. Next is a cutout of the interview with her sister Courtney for Push.
So, how long have you been riding horses again? I can't remember.
I have this photo.
Like, how did you even ride for the first time?
Well, I remember being I'm not even kidding, I think I was 3 or 4 when we lived on that house in El Dorado, and in Hidden Hills, which is a horse community, and there was a horse up the street called Sweet Pea.
Oh yeah.
There's a picture of me, Rob, and Kylie with Sweet Pea and one of the other horses that they had.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with horses, just being around them in our community.
Yeah.
And then I remember asking, I don't remember, but I'm assuming I asked Mom and Dad to take me to get lessons, and they found a place called Foxfield, which is next to Sherwood.
So did you go
Sometimes,
every day after
multiple
school?
times a day. Yeah. I would go every day after school, and then when it was summertime, there was a woman that worked in Hidden Hills, and I would go all day long from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and I would ride every single one of her horses. She probably had 13 to 15 horses. I would ride every single one for her.
And you and Chloe are the 2 in the family that are into riding horses. So, do you ever ride together?
No.
Have you ever?
I don't think she's done it
in years.
At least 20 years or something.
And is Kylie not into it?
She is, but she's not into it like me. Like, when we go to Wyoming, she's really good at it. She loves it. But kind of the only one that still does it and does it like how I do it.
Almost looks like a normal horse girl. Welcome to the horse lovers family, Kendall.